So I'd like to share an interesting perspective, something I've learned in the last 15 or 20 years, and it's about relationships, women, purpose, life, success, really insightful. So if you're new to my YouTube channel, I'm Confidence Coach Jonathan, and I've been coaching men now for the last 10 years on how to overcome fear and anxiety. So if you're into these things of improving yourself, growing, learning how to build a business, learning how to be more confident of women, with people, learning how to be motivated in the gym, etc., subscribe to my YouTube channel. I make videos all the time. I do live streams, answer questions. I do live coaching. I do seminars and so much more. I really appreciate the new subscribers and the ones that have been following me for a long time. So we did a live stream yesterday and I had a little bit of a chat with you guys, and I want to explain something that's going to challenge a lot of you, right? Some of you might not agree with me, and that's fine. That's not the point. Some of you will. This might be enlightening. This is something that I've learned. Men today, or men for many years in society, we're taught, right, in various different ways that if we get lots of women, it's going to complete us. So if I sleep with lots of women, or if I get lots of phone numbers, or if I'm seen on Instagram with a lot of women, other men are going to give me respect and all that kind of thing. And maybe there's a little bit of truth in that, but the real truth is that's a short-lived lie. Because in the long run, if you don't have a purpose in your life as a man, because I believe every single man has been given a God-given purpose, even if a lot of men totally think that's bullshit and they don't believe it. I understand that. I don't agree with them, but I honestly believe in my own heart, every single man has got a skill that he was born with, that God put in his heart. And he's brilliant at. Obviously, to act on that skill, that's a whole nother story. That takes a lot of courage, and we can get to that in a second. But I honestly believe every man's got something that he's meant to do that would give him the things that he's looking for. And I want to make a point of saying as well, not in any way in this video am I blaming women or having a negative outlook. I'm totally not. For any negative, ignorant people out there, because today people love to reinterpret people's message and turn a positive into a negative, and I'm not doing that actually. This message has come from so many life lessons that women have taught me, and being in a long-term relationship, making mistakes, doing things right, you know, having good relationships, having ones that ain't great. So I've learned a lot from women, and I've learned a lot from being a teacher, and I've learned a lot from good, male role models and mentors. Back to what I was saying. We have this idea that we're going to look for happiness in meeting women. But like I said, I've done that. So I can speak from experience and not from a textbook. And I can honestly tell you, if I put my hand on my heart and tell the truth, did sleeping with a lot of women make me a happy man? No, it didn't. It made me happy in short moments, like a sugar high. But when that high came down, which was a day or a couple of days, I felt back to the way I felt originally, which was depressed, confused, miserable, and no purpose in life. So it didn't work. I thought it was true because it's what society teaches through the movies, the films, Hollywood, etc. And we kind of share this common idea amongst ourselves. So it doesn't work. But obviously, it's taken me 15 years to realize that. So I know a lot of young guys are not going to listen to me. I can't knock them. I understand. I was like that when I was young. Or maybe they will. Maybe I'm wrong. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't pursue dating women, because I love women. I'm a man's man as well, just like you guys are. But my point is, and on the live stream yesterday, you were confused. I'm saying you need to find your purpose in life. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how many women you have. You will always come back to feeling, you'll come back to the truth of how you feel, and it's going to be empty and depressed because no one else can fill you up. Women can't do that. It's not their job. So a lot of guys go into relationships, I did it, and they're broken. They're not fixed. They're not happy. They have all these issues. They're not worked them out. I'm not saying no one's perfect, right? So let's not use that as an excuse and rationalization. But you understand what I mean. So you go into a relationship, and even when I've had it where I've been in love with a girl, she's lovely, I absolutely adore her. I'm attracted to her, I'm happy when I'm with her, I don't want to be away from her, she's attracted to me. But as time goes on, I'm depressed, I'm insecure, I'm worried that she's going to leave me, or it's going to wear off, or I feel like, you kind of feel like you're faking it. even though you're not. You're kind of carrying this burden because you're not happy in yourself, because outside of her, who's beautiful and wonderful, you haven't got anything to give you self-esteem. So if she was to leave you, you'd be broken. And even when she stays with you, you're not happy. And then you can have 5 women and you're going to feel the same. And at first, yeah, a guy's going to say, yo, you're cool, I had all of it. You know, all of the ass kissing and the back slapping. People will say, oh, you're so cool, man, you get all the girl. But I'm not cool. That doesn't make me cool. It doesn't make me a man. Now, I'm not saying that I'd rather live my whole life and not have a woman. Absolutely not, right? Anyone who says that, you need your head examined, right? I'm getting to the point here and I'm explaining it to you. The happiest I've ever been in my life is when I had my purpose, I was living my purpose, and I was in love with my girlfriend. Fantastic, 2 birds in 1 stone. I've got the girl of my dreams that I love, she loves me, and I'm doing my purpose. So I speak from someone who's got this right, and for the most part, I've got it wrong as well. So I've been in all those positions. I've been a guy that couldn't get a girlfriend. I was a virgin to a late age, right? There's nothing wrong with being a virgin to a late age, but I'm just telling you my story and the pressure that society puts on men. And I was miserable and depressed. And then I got confident. I started dating loads of women. I was dating multiple women, and I got tired of that, and I stayed with 1 woman. And during that period, when I didn't have a purpose, I was depressed and miserable. And you can't enjoy the relationship. And then you make the girl miserable. Or you sabotage it. And loads of men do this. Men put getting women number 1, and they put their purpose 0. Most guys, if I walked out on the street now and I just spoke to 20 guys and said, all right, mate, oh, by the way, what's your purpose in life? They'd probably look at me like I'm a nutter. Or they would be like, what, my purpose? See, that's the reaction. That's where it's gone wrong. Because if someone said to me, what's my purpose? 2 hours I can explain. I'm living my purpose. This is my purpose, teaching. Being a teacher, I've been doing it for 10 years. I love it. Growing, facing fear, doing public talks, being an entrepreneur, making money, helping other people to make money. You know, growing, training down the gym, working on diet. That's my purpose. I found my purpose over 10 years ago. And I've seen other men who have purpose, they have better relationships with women. Whether you're dating 1 woman, that's your choice. I'm not going to tell you how to date. I haven't got a right to do that. I've got my own values. I personally believe in 1 woman, right? Right? Some might disagree. I don't care. These are my values. But I'm just telling you the truth and what I learned. And the amount of women, guys don't listen. Women have been saying, since I've been on this planet, the attractive traits in a man, I know what you guys are going to say. I can read your mind already. The guys that are ignorant and asleep, right? You're going to say looks. It's not true. It's not true. Not every woman cares about looks. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't have dated beautiful women then. Because I never thought I was good looking growing up. Yeah, I'm handsome now because I've changed and I've changed how I see myself. You might disagree. Some of you might think I'm better looking than Brad Pitt, right? Because he's in his 70s now. Of course I'm better looking than Brad Pitt. I'm almost 40, right? Obviously not when we were younger in Fight Club, but I'm going to be, come on, man. It's over, what is he, 75 now? Come on, man. Come on. But my point is, I'm not the best looking guy. But I didn't need to be because I learned to be confident, social skills, and I dated a lot of women. No, it didn't make me anything. That's not my claim to fame. So I went through it and you realise it's bullshit, like a lot of the things. I'm not saying all things in society, but a lot of them are. They sell these ideas to us. Anyway, I remember my girlfriend said to me, I said, you know, would you date a guy that didn't have a job and was on benefits? She said, well, I wouldn't like it long term, no. And she said, it's not about the money. It's about the fact that he doesn't have ambition. And I don't want to be with a man who doesn't have an ambition. I was like, that's interesting. Because I was in a position where I didn't have money. I was on benefits. So, wow, she wouldn't have dated me then. And just as I met her, I started to, you know, make money. But when I first met her, I was broke. I just came off not long of being on benefits. So I told her that anyway. But it was insightful when she said that, right? She's a beautiful girl. Obviously, she dated guys. A lot of guys liked her. But she wasn't the first woman to say that. I heard so many women say ambition's attractive in a man. What's ambition mean? Purpose. It's just another word, right? I use the word purpose or ambition or goals. Okay, let's use the word ambition or goal. Most guys don't have a goal in life. They don't have an ambition outside of wanting to get loads of women. But listen, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm teaching you what I know to be true. So I think, I know, and this goes even deeper than that. When you've got a purpose, you have better relationships with everyone, your family, your friends, women included, because you're happy in you. So the way I see it was, a lot of guys make the mistake where they're going out, they're not happy in themselves, and they're trying to attract women. Whether they get women or not, it's not going to fix the problem. Women can't fix you. Only you can fix you. And I also believe, I'm not going to push my faith on anyone, and God can help you to do that. You've got to get off your backside. But a lot of guys, what it is unconsciously, they don't want to face their fears or the deeper fears. So they'd rather not look for their purpose, and they're chasing, thinking. But you're going to have to come to that conclusion. But maybe I'll save you the pain I had to go through. So that's why when I started coaching, my teaching evolved. It's evolved a lot. You guys must have seen it. You've seen it. Helping guys to have more of an entrepreneurial mindset. Helping them to be social. Not to just put all your eggs in one basket. Now, am I saying that you shouldn't go out and speak to women? I never said that. That's ignorant people that take my words out of context. They're the same people that say, oh, well, Johnny said you shouldn't read books. How dumb is that? But I didn't say that, though. I said you shouldn't read books as a replacement for getting off your ass and taking action. It's not going to work. But I didn't say you shouldn't read books entirely. So I never said that you shouldn't speak to women. I still help guys and coach guys in that area. That's one of the areas, not all. But you shouldn't neglect your purpose. So I'll ask you today, what's your purpose in life? What's your goal? And if you haven't got one, then it's time to start thinking about getting one. Or you can ignore my advice. But it shows up in relationships. You can't run from it. And that's what a lot of guys do for years. I've done it. They're running from themselves. And, you know, getting women, meeting women, validation, ego boosting, all that stuff. It's all fake. It will come down. And I'll get into what I believe is a meaningful relationship in another video. So now, some of you might say, why can't I do both? Great, I haven't got a problem with that, but most guys don't do that. They lie. You can do both. You can pursue a woman, you can date women and speak to women and work on your purpose. But a lot of guys, they don't do that. So of course you're going to be miserable if your whole life is based on how many phone numbers you get, how many women that you get. It's not going to last. And all the backslappers and the arse kissers, they're not going to be around for much longer. They're going to praise you and all that stuff. I'm not into that stuff. I don't care about that stuff. That's not important. That's not meaningful. That's a load of bollocks. Obviously, when I was younger, I cared about it. That's part of growing up. But this is a message to men of all ages, right? And as I said, women have been great because they explain that. So, you know, you've got more love to give as well. It's cheesy. It's well cheesy. We've all heard it. But if you can't love yourself, how can you love someone else? And the first relationship starts with you. So when you don't have a purpose or a meaning in life, you don't have a good relationship with yourself. It's very unlikely, unless you're very fortunate and your brain's wired up different to most of us. But in most cases, it's not true. So I think that's the answer. That's the problem, and that's where the solution lies. So guys think, oh, I've got problems with women and issues, which you have. But it's a deeper issue. Why not solve that? And then not crazy. Look at the irony of this truth. And this is not done as a technique. I'm not into that crap. When the man has purpose, he's more attractive to women in general anyway. And I'm not saying you've got to go up to a woman and say, I've got purpose, choose me. I have my purpose. I'm not saying that. You don't have to say it, they sense it. So basically what I'm saying is, find happiness in yourself. And everyone's purpose is different. You don't have to be an entrepreneur to find purpose. It's different. That's not the point here. The point is you do what you love. And your purpose can be paid or unpaid. But I'm telling you, when you've got it, all these messages I get from guys saying, why am I so insecure around women? I'm in a relationship. Because you don't have any meaning in your life. You don't have a purpose. You're not growing. And a purpose isn't something that you just find and then that's it. You work it for the rest of your life. You're always growing. That's why you see the Les Browns, 77 years of age. The guy looks amazing, still teaching, still inspiring. Anthony Robbins in the 60s. All these guys, all the old school guys. Because they found they're still living it. And I hope I'm like that. So that's what I've learned so far. When you guys are asking me for dating advice, this is the advanced version that I've learned. And this is something that I've been thinking about a lot. And I'm glad I found it. It's amazing. Because society isn't going to tell us this. Not anytime soon. But women have been saying it for years, but we haven't been listening. I didn't listen properly when I was younger. When I used to get advice from women, I wouldn't listen to it. Or even men or ignorance. So hopefully this message you will realize. Some of you might even realize now, you know what, he's right. I've been in a relationship, I love my girlfriend, but I'm miserable, I'm not happy. Maybe your girlfriend's told you this, maybe she knows it. So it's challenging because it's going to challenge an idea that men have been idolizing since for a long time. So it's going to challenge you. I'm not surprised that a lot of men don't want to hear it and they're going to disagree or be critical. I don't give a shit. That's their problem, not mine. I'm doing my job being a teacher, saying the truth and obviously updating it and improving it. But yeah, when you've got a purpose in life, you can speak to women and you're not a desperate guy who's always so afraid that needs things from women. And then you can just attract it naturally. That's an amazing place to be at. I'm there right now. And obviously you've got to go through hell and back to get there. It's worth it. But most guys have the quick fix, the easy route. They don't want to look at their issues. They don't want to go gym. Purpose means all these things as well. Your gym, your diet, your accountability, how you show up, you know, how you treat us, all these things. But it's easy to neglect all that because you don't want to suffer and face that and just run out and chase women and try and rack up loads of validation. But as I said, the guys that are kissing your ass, they're fake people. I'm not a fake man. I'm not a fake person. I'll tell you, I'll tell you what's meaningful, what's going to benefit you for a long time. So all that chasing ego stuff is short-lived. But listen, sometimes you've got to go through it to learn for yourself, right? So I'm not here preaching in the choir, but this is the lesson today. Anyway, I'm done. I'm finished. So that's it. So if you're thinking, how can I find my purpose? There's two ways. Follow your own heart. Sit down, get a coffee, start journaling or meditating or pray, however you do it until you find out what you want to do. And if you can't do it, get in touch with a mentor who can help you and support you and encourage you to find it. And I do coaching online and in person. You'll find my email just below this video if you're really serious and you need some support and help. That's the role of a great mentor. Someone that can give you some mental and emotional support, someone that can hold you accountable to your goals and your standards. Because when you try and do it on your own, you set your own standards, which are always too low. You make excuses, you procrastinate, you be a coward, you don't take action. So having a mentor, and when you invest money, believe me, when people spend money, they do the work, they take action. I've seen it year in, year out, and I've also done paid mentorship. When you spend that money, and it's expensive, and it hurts, and you don't want to spend it, you get off your ass and you take action, you find your purpose in life, all right? Speak to you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it challenged you and you get a lot out of it. Fearless.